Okay, let me start. Hey everyone, Sly47. I have brought along with me Alister and Matt because we went on a massive tangent and actually we accidentally grabbed a dino. So Dino's here too as well. Make sure to go give him some love over there. But also thank you, Alister and Matt, for joining me for yet another tier maker after our long tangent on the cruiser one.
Guys, if I don't see Smolensk and needs fixing in the cruiser, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Okay, He kind of does. Okay, let's talk about the legendary modules in here. We do have a little bit of a change up in the rankings, so let's actually talk about this. A must-have. They make the ship. Like, you should get them. Like, that's how they work. Must-have makes complete and utter sense. Good. These are okay. If you really enjoy the ship, they're gonna help. If you really don't, it's questionable. If you really want it. Meh. If you really love the ship, you might want to take it. Might. And then, of course, we have the don't touch area, which, please, it's a waste of money. Just don't. Just don't. And I think that's it, right? Alister, Matt, Red?
This is Sly, Alister, and Dino do a leg mod tier list featuring Matt eating chips.
Yes, very much yes.
7th bag.
Very much yes.
This is 27th bag. All right, let's talk about it. Conqueror. Right here, we have it adjusting its maneuverability, pretty much. That's about a good... Doesn't do much, but unfortunately, it's in the 3rd slot. Anyone wanna?
Yo, I don't play Kremlin, or not Kremlin. My bad.
Conqueror.
Yeah, my bad.
I thought I was drunk after 2 hours.
No. I was reading my own tier list. I was setting up my tier list as we speak right now.
Yeah, Conqueror. I think it's don't touch. It's just because it needs that concealment. I think Matt, you were talking about it. You want that concealment as a Conqueror.
This is a fundamental issue with a lot of the leg mods that remove concealment in the 3rd slot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fundamental issue.
Alright, I think I'm done with my chips.
You think you're done?
Think you're done.
Like 3 more bags?
It'll get me through this chair making, but I'm gonna have to go get something more to eat later.
Now Sly has shit.
Oh man.
Man, I should have made some popcorn for this or something.
I know, right?
Oh
Bro,
god, I hate you. I'm on keto right now. Okay, so are we good with Conqueror? Conqueror's just
yes,
done.
we're on Conqueror.
All right, perfect. Let's go to the daring now, because this actually is why we accidentally grabbed a dino for this one.
Yeah, because I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Daring. So this increases your max speed, and I think it's your max traverse speed. Like,
you gain 1 knot of speed for slightly less propulsion. What a trade.
So, don't touch.
This is a don't touch, bro. Why are you spending money on 1 extra knot? Just run the yellow alert camo if you want speed, man. Like, what's the point of running this? What's the point of running leg mod? Just run speed build.
For $16, you can increase your speed by 1 knot.
What a steal. What a steal.
For having less maneuverability when it comes to...
Oh, yeah, and that.
The amount of times Steve has done stuff to that, where he just stops and starts and manages to dodge everybody's shells. You don't have that ability anymore.
Yeah. You don't have that.
Or not
why?
quite.
Just why? Why would you ever do that?
Well, it all depends. I guess that the 5% acceleration might be worth...
It's not that it's necessarily worse. It's just the fact that it's not much of a buff.
Because if your acceleration is 15% better with an extra knot of speed, it might come out to around the same as 20%.
See, this could have been this problem. We wouldn't have this problem as long as if it was in the 1st slot. If it was in the 1st slot, would have been an amazing legendary module.
Des Moines, yeah, Des Moines good. I would say it's borderline must have. Des Moines is borderline must have, but it's not quite needed. Like, I love it myself. Yeah, I'd say must have, but I can kind of see where people would.
But Matt's a better cruiser player than both of us combined, so
pretty much.
Both are 2 people.
True. Yeah, and he's even sold his, which
only when I'm eating Doritos. Okay.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
He got a Costco pack. He got a Costco pack, and he's just going through them.
And he's eating the entire thing, and he keeps walking off to get it. Just bring the box.
Okay, gearing.
Let's bring the box.
There you go. Let's get the
Gearing?
box.
Oh.
Gearing, I'd say must have. It makes it so much better. It doesn't need the reload, and it just makes your torps phenomenal.
See, like, I want to say must have, but then I've played gearing before without leg mod, and it's like, without leg mod, it does perfectly fine.
That's
It is
true.
not even
Yeah,
a must-have. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's not a
I
must-have
looked
though.
at the gearing leg mod and just thought reload was just better because you're better for gunfights. But obviously, I disagree.
If you have the ability to use leg mod, use it. But I wouldn't say must.
Okay,
At
we'll
least
put
for
it
me.
I have the space camo, so it really makes if you take the torpedo equipment, I guess, you become more of a torpedo than you do a gunboat. But if you just run reload with the space camo,
Space camo is the exact same as.
Literally, it's identical, my dude.
Yeah,
It's
it's
identical.
no, I think it's different.
Nah. I have space camo. It's identical, man.
You can look at it.
It's identical.
It's identical.
Because,
It's identical. The only thing you get is the added tracers.
so yeah, I guess it comes down to which one you want more.
Yeah, you want more gunpowder?
I mean, naturally, you build gearing for torp range. If you ask, not torp range, torp build, because you don't really need more gun range. But
I don't know. For me, I just feel like it makes it a more all-rounded ship. It just the torps feel nicer. You know, like that. And
Nice
in the
quality of life
gearing,
buff.
that's not. Yeah, it's a nice quality of life buff. I'd say it's almost must-have, but yeah, I can see it.
If you guys want to put it in must-have, go for it.
Nah, I think we're mostly sticking to good. I think we're mostly good. Let's talk about Grozovoi.
This is Matt for the two people that play Grozovoi in NA. This is for the Matt people.
I have it. I have put the 5,000 on my main account. I actually think that this definitely helps it. It does not fix the Grozovoi's original issues.
You better enjoy Grozovoi to make this worthwhile.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think I asked Arsonist today. I think I asked Arsonist if he kept it and he sold it. So yeah.
I think
I also sold my Grozovoi.
Sold your Grozovoi.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I'd rather play gearing any day of the week. But that's for DD tier maker. You can go watch that.
Yeah, that's another one. That one hasn't been out yet. But we have the Grozovoi. I don't know. I put it in meh. It helps it, but it doesn't like. Even if the Grozovoi was as good as gearing, I think it's still like barely good.
This is for the hardcore Grozovoi enjoyers. This is no.
Yeah, and even then.
Yep. Now let's talk about the Haku's leg mod, which is basically faster planes.
We are all the least qualified people to speak about this, but we're gonna put it in good at the bare minimum.
Yeah, at the bare minimum. If you're a CV main, just go right to must-have. Actually, you know, I'm just gonna slap it. It's Haku. It's Haku. It's Haku.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put it in must-have.
you anyways.
Yeah.
I don't like you. Unless you're
gonna get
on a
real
team
funny
for,
when we get to the midway
Solo,
one.
I don't like
When we get to the midway one, it's gonna get real funny.
Oh man, yeah, Haku. It's just faster planes, so it's like, why not? Why not? Halland.
I put Halland in meh.
You put Halland in there?
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
put
really help
good
it.
in there.
It doesn't. And for anyone who's wondering what the Holland one is, let me grab it.
The
right
slightly
now.
better conceal is the only thing I can say out of it.
Max
helps.
traverse,
But it's
speed,
minus
8%,
2%.
acceleration 8%, and your surface detection.
No,
Surface
the
detection.
reason why is because normal Holland gets outspotted by like Uring and Daring and all those other ships, but when you have the leg mod, you are basically even with them. Actually, slightly better.
Yeah, the only thing you get spotted by with leg mod is Sormus.
But
What
at the same
equipment
time,
slot is it?
I'm
It's
shooting
in the
all the
second
second.
spot.
It's
The
actually in a
second
pretty good slot, but it's in propulsion, which
Oh,
you're gonna want to dodge. You're gonna want to
Yeah.
dodge the crap out of things.
It has like it almost has the daring issue where it doesn't give enough buff because it's essentially just a rudder mod with 2% concealment. That's all it is.
They
It's
put
not
it in
too
there
much.
specifically for the people like me who complained that you have a radar, but you get outspotted, so you're going to need to use a radar to spot things.
Okay, so they made it for Alister. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Yep, they basically did. I would put it in there. Like I'm sorry.
Because
Most of the time I'm firing my
experience
guns.
will
I'm
make
not.
it worth it.
I'm mostly spotted. So who cares about concealment?
No, we're here for the concealment all day in destroyers. Come on now.
Not in Holland. Not in Holland.
No. Concealment in Holland.
All right, let's talk about the Harugumo, which, if I can grab it, we have plus 8% max traverse speed, plus 8% traverse acceleration, and then plus 8% on the main battery traverse and torpedo tube reverse, which one of those basically doesn't matter.
I put it in meh because you have to be a Harugumo enjoyer to put this on.
Yeah, and the ship is bad as it is.
Only people I
Steve.
see putting it on, well, not only Steve, just any Harugumo enjoyer. Like they have to be like a hardcore Harugumo enjoyer.
Yeah, if you really love it, it does help, but it's
It's not gonna fundamentally change the ship though.
no, not for $16, not for 16 USD. Like it's just
No.
not worth it. Oh, the Henri, which I know Bob Lynn will completely and
You
utterly
don't touch.
disagree with us.
Oh, just Don't touch immediately.
Yeah, don't touch.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I just love the concealment build on Henri way too much, and it just does not reduce the reload enough.
If it was 20%, we would be having a different conversation.
Yes, yep.
Yes.
Or even minus 10% per, like, 20% decrease of health. So all of a sudden it gets really good when you get really low, like PC. Or it's a commander. I can't
Could you imagine that you walk in to attempt to get yourself down to like 10% health? So you just go broadside of the Christopher Colombo and then run away?
And then all of a sudden now you're like, I have half my reload off.
Yeah, that was a good idea. That was a good idea. And then like it just runs around the alley, goes pew 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 pew. It's like, oh, those are full salvos.
This thing has a rapid reload going with a 2-second reload. I made a mistake shooting this thing.
I think that'd be fun with the Henri. No, don't touch the lighthouse Henri. I know Boblin will disagree with us, but no, I'm sorry.
Also, Pig Bay.
Yeah. Well, Pig Bay's actually got a point on another one, which I do have that one. I just want to make sure I got that. Hindenburg. I think this is good.
Oh, the
Hindenburg.
The Hindenburg.
Must have. Okay, so we have one must have. I've got a good. Dino.
I'm on the fence on must have. I'm good.
Okay, Matt, you're a tiebreaker.
Hold on, wait. What is the protection on Hindenburg?
Range
9.84?
plus. Yeah, it's already bad.
But Hindenburg's.
I would say
it's in the
You're
first
playing
lot.
Hindenburg for concealment.
I know, but I'm just looking at it. I would probably say it's must have because of how big it is. Like it's basically like a Mosfa. So
13.66 kilometer range with leg mod. And
Yeah,
That's
camera.
really helpful. It needs it. It really does because else it's
And with
mediocre
precise
range.
aim, you don't need the dispersion mod anymore.
We're getting spotter plate on Hindenburg, anyways.
Yeah.
Moving on.
God.
Catapult
Khaba.
fighter, dude.
It has the catapult. I don't know. I don't
That's
understand.
true. Yeah, no, right.
I'm gonna
All
lost.
right, Khabarovsk.
Don't touch.
Khabarovsk?
I say don't touch because it's a bad ship.
Dude,
That's
that's
what
like
I'm saying.
It's like borderline meant for like the one Khaba enjoyer in NA.
That's what I mean.
That's about it.
We're
That's
putting
about
it
it.
don't touch because of the ship, not because of the leg mod.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
in all
Okay,
fairness, the
now
ship
let's
is
talk about
supported.
it. Let's talk about it. Just if it was the ship, I'd almost want to say must have because it really.
If it was just the ship, that it would have to be must have because you need it to get gun range.
Oh god, I
You need
really
it to get gun range.
Yes, you need it.
Need it, but the ship
play
is so
the
bad.
ship,
Don't
you
touch
need
it. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money.
I put it in Maz and in between. I put it in Maz in between
I
because
would
it's
say
a
it's
must-have,
good,
but-
honestly. Khaba with ledge spot is kind of fun.
Certified Matt.
Dude, every single one of us has a different opinion on this thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in good. Whatever. Like it is.
We're
good
gonna
for
put
the
it in
ship,
good.
just-
Good for what the leg mod brings,
Yeah,
not because it makes the ship
honestly-
amazing.
yeah, that is true.
It's not as I know they are right. Like it does belong in like must have and good because of the fact that if you are running a Khaba, if you're stupid enough to do it,
Cheesecake looking at you, Cheesecake.
yeah, cheesecake, man, what is up with that? Why are you like this?
I know you have a Donny Cheesecake. You can't hide the fact.
I know, right? Okay, Kleber. That's just good. I like it.
Kleber
is- It just makes it a just straight up.
Is
You
it
just
first,
run.
second, or third?
It's second slot.
Second
but it's
slot.
the
Second slot.
It's second slot, but it's the rudder, not propulsion. This is
Yeah,
more-
it makes
they
it-
don't have propulsion.
Yeah,
this is
because you
more-
don't stop. No one stops the train. No one stops it.
No, me
You
and
don't
Steve
do
stop
that.
trains. That's what we do every day.
Yeah,
Uh-huh,
but you
I
don't
stop.
stop. You don't stop. You just go.
We be
You just-
stopping. We be stopping in our French DDs. We're stopping.
Yeah,
We're running
you got
double
plus 10%.
propulsion.
Yeah, you have plus 10% traverse acceleration. The main thing I like is the plus 15% main battery traverse. So
That's
that
the
now
only-
you actually can get really close and you actually really DPM people down.
I talked to this with Steve before. He does like the fact that it gives traverse speed because Kleber's turrets take forever to turn
Yeah,
on.
they're terrible.
They
Yeah,
take
all I have is
ages.
Marceau, and like Marceau traverse speed is like 10 times better.
Yeah, so it's
Well, on the
Kleber, I'd
turrets,
say
on the
it's borderline must have, but I don't think it's necessary because of course you can play the Kleber as like a Marceau. That's just you just go around and you never really need that traverse speed anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's good. Kremlin,
Oh,
Is it first, second, or third?
third.
Kremlin? Kremlin's
Right.
third.
Okay, so it's battle armor and deck armor plus 15% and main battery survivability. By
Oh yeah, this makes the turrets indestructible. You don't lose
Yeah,
turrets. in
your
Kremlin.
turrets are
Yeah,
You're
indestructible.
not losing turrets.
But the
I
key
would
thing
take-
is,
I would say.
No, actually, you have to make a decision here. So we've done some testing on this. We've done plenty of science on it. I would put it in good only if you are willing to change who you are good against. Because as cruiser players, if you are in Puerto Rico and now you hit the bow of the Kremlin versus, basically if you have leg mod versus non-leg mod Kremlin, without the leg mod, you half pen the front. If you have leg mod, you full pen every single round. Your enemy changes up depending on whether or not you have it or not.
My DD still bounds. No.
But no, it's like Kremlin. If you want to play against battleships, you get the leg mod. If you want to play a more generalistic game, you definitely don't want to touch that. It gives you just enough armor problem. Like I have seen an Henri dump 50,000 damage into my Kremlin from just the bow alone in a leg mod Kremlin. It is disgusting.
It's a very situational leg mod.
It's good, but you have to choose. What are you going to do with it? Which, unfortunately, heavy cruisers are not a big popular field, so...
Yeah, so it doesn't even matter.
I do know, I was in Austin, and I was going around a corner, and I had sap loaded at, 1 kilometer, and this dude I'm pretty sure he had legendary mod, because I dumped a whole entire reload into him, and all I was getting was half pens, and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the small, like I said, small caliber guns. They don't do much to Kremlin bow if they have leg mod on.
Yeah, it's just you have to choose. And unfortunately, as a heavy cruiser main myself, I'd rather not have Kremlin with the leg mod without it, just because. Oh dear lord, I know what I can do with it. And the moment you're a heavy cruiser, you see it. Oh, you're like, ooh.
It's fine. This is a cheat code. You ignore the bow. You shoot the stern. The stern is 32mm. You full pen no matter what. That is true. You shoot the stern the stern's exposed citadel. You shoot the stern of Kremlin. Fine,
if I'm correct on the actual armor, I believe it's the exact same for both of them.
Probably was.
For
80 millimeters on the nose and the
no.
hind quarters.
I checked the CIC. The stern has way weaker armor. I tested this with Steve before. Steve has gotten more citadels on the stern of a Kremlin.
Yeah, its butt is a lot worse. That's why whenever Mr. Mime says the bow is the super easy, I'm like, it depends. It depends.
Nah, if your stern is exposed, bro, it's game over for you against battleships. It's game over.
Yeah, but I'd say generally it's good, but it's very situational. Anyone want anything else to the Kremlin? Although I still want to get it.
This is what we need so far.
Right. All right, let's talk about bullshit. Midway.
Yo, the easy clap ship that takes 2 brain cells.
Yep.
No, you get FDR planes without having an FDR.
Yep, you get insane dispersion for no good reason. Why this?
It's not even dispersion. It's just more bomb damage. As if Midway needed that.
Yeah.
As if Midway needed bomb damage.
You just get it because it makes you even more disgusting. Okay. Minotaur, I'd actually say must-have. This thing makes it a DD.
Look, no one's going to say no to Minotaur leg mod, so...
No.
Yep, and for anyone who wants to know what it is...
Now, but I feel like he might say something.
Well, I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, traverse acceleration plus 25% acceleration plus 25%, but then minus 25% steering and power systems. We really don't go down that much. So you just basically become a DD in a cruiser.
Pretty much.
But Matt unmuted.
He's scheming.
He took a break from his chip, so he's got something profound to say.
Yeah. I would say it is worth it because it's just a better propulsion.
It
really is.
It really simply is.
So I'd say it's must-have.
Must-have.
Yeah.
Now, okay. Now I will say this: it's not must-have because of how good it is. It makes your ship better, but you don't have to have it to make it good. Because propulsion is already good.
I could agree with that. It plays as a gambit. It plays a gambit. Yeah. I still think it's must-have because it just. Oh my god.
The only time you're losing your propulsion, your engines, is when someone has Cunningham on Malta. That's the only time you're losing your engines in Minotaur.
Or Cunningham and Neptune, like I do.
You need to stop with that right now. You need to stop yourself, sir. Get Cunningham off of there. Get Daring. Stop yourself.
No, I suck at Daring. But okay, Monahan, Jesus, Montana.
Yo, Monahan leg mod, yo.
Makes it finally good. Montana, I really don't. I've heard stuff from Soulfire. that this helps, but it's not really anything that moves the needle. Like it's.
I'm a cruiser player, so even whenever I play Battleship, I always run propulsion. Like, I don't think I'll ever try it because, like, if I had a press account or something, I would. But I would like to see testing to see how much it does help.
So
because it does feel sometimes like you can tell like the fires are just not going on Montana, and sometimes I think it is because of that, but it's so hard to tell.
I run leg mod on Montana, and I have Ohio as well. I don't know how much of a difference it makes, but as far as I can tell when I play, it's a big difference. You don't get lit on fire nearly as much. You'll actually resist aircraft carriers here and there, so it's a big thumbs up from me.
In all fairness, though, this actually is a very good leg mod if it was going to go on an American ship, because American ships at tier 10 base have like 30% fire flood resistance.
Well, on top of that, I run the elite bonus for fire and flood resist as well.
This man's a
So
mad
I'm
lad.
stacking fire and flood resist, and then just using the range mod on Montana.
You know, Granddad would really stagger against that. You see that's a problem.
And then you also have to
You say that's a
remember,
problem?
this is only against fire and torpedoes. This is not going to affect people who are just using straight AP at the same time.
That's the other thing.
Which, you know, hey, if any way to dodge the Smolensk.
No, that's actually one of the biggest things right there is Smolensk. With Montana,
It's only going to delay the inevitable.
Yeah.
It really is. Well, not only that, it's also going to
That might
slow
be
down the
enough.
killing of fires.
That might be enough of a delay.
Dude, I've had it in Montana where I'm tanking salvos from the Smolensk, like 6 or 7 salvos, and don't let on fire for a while. Obviously, then my luck runs out, and then it's like triple fire.
Well, if you're stacking fire flood resistance, you gotta remember that fire flood resistance isn't just resistant, it's also reducing the damage of fires you take. So if you have that stacking, a Smolensk is gonna be a lot less threatening to you because you're taking like almost 50% less fire damage throughout the game with Legmon and stuff. Like
that's true.
You're not taking as much fire. I mean, you'll still die, but it's gonna be a lot. It'll be a lot slower to kill.
Montana's my favorite battleship so far as well. I really enjoy just tanking stuff with it, or at least resisting stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put in good. I've heard good things from Soulfire and now from you too. It's like, okay, it's good enough.